Hi and welcome to the QLD Off Road Adventures first product review. Today we're reviewing the new OZtrail Comet campsite light, which is a 25 watt 2800 lumen LED light that gets fitted to a flexible fiberglass pole to place that light into an elevated position to light up your campsite. We've not opened this light at this stage, so we'll open it up and have a look together. Well, what we find inside the box is a bag, presumably containing all the components necessary to put this light together. Let's have a look. So the first component is the actual Comet light itself, constructed from an aluminium, lightweight. The LEDs are well protected with a white diffuser. What is noticeable is that the top of the light has a quite a sizable heat sink, making me believe that this light will be quite a warm light after prolonged use. The connectors seem to be well set in to the top of the light, and the light gets fitted with this little carabiner to either the structure or a tent. Alright, let's see what else is in the bag. So the first thing we'll pull out is the instructions. We will attempt to follow them to see how well they're written, as we usually find that most instructions are very poorly written and usually don't make a great deal of sense to most of us. The next few items we'll find in the bag are the connectors. So we got several leads and connectors for battery, light controller, which we actually have two of. These controls will enable us to turn the light on and off and increase or decrease the intensity of the light. Extension lead, presumably the 5-meter lead that will enable you to run a lead from your vehicle, plugging it into a cigarette socket. Here's the second lighting controller. We got some Velcro straps for tidying up the cable work. The pole and their ground anchor. The pole is also got a sizable amount of cable, presumably to go up the inside of the pole as you extend it outward. So we'll just undo the cable ties here to open this up to its full extent and have a look at how it all comes apart and how big it actually gets. We're trying to be very careful here as we have some exciting news with this product following this review. So we'll just put the components we do not need, such as the bag, cable ties, back into the box for the moment and put them to one side. Now let's have a look at this fiberglass extension pole. It is made of fiberglass, hollow construction with telescopic components. The base has a grommet in it, which allows for the cable coming through the sensor to be placed at different locations without getting squished or pressed on by the post. The top of the rod or the post almost seems to be like a fishing pole, or in actual fact is a fishing rod construction, and it does extend outwards from the top rather than the base, meaning you have to feed this cable through from the top. So this unit will be starting to be set up from top down to the base. Now the next component, the ground spear, we'll have a look at that. We'll place that into the ground over here to assemble this light and see how it sits. So we will now have to remember to fit the light to the front of the pole, or the very top of the pole, prior to sticking it in the ground, as you would not be able to reach. Taking the light, the little clip, or the little carabiner, will clip onto the fishing rod end. The cables do have a simple connector with a screw-on cap to obviously prevent any water ingress or for that to come apart. Now, before putting the light into the spear, into the ground anchor, you will need to pull the cable back out, which is I'll see one of the first flaws. It would have been better with the cable to be fixed at the top and to be fed from the base. Now we'll take this light and taking care not to damage the cabling, we'll feed the cabling through the ground spear loops, and then we will fit the pole into the ground anchor or the support bracket, and it will hold. Now, with the light firmly secured in the ground, we can open the bonnet and attach our crocodile clips with the cigarette socket. We can then take our connectors, and there we'll regulate our voltage and lighting and connect them to the extension and then to the light to plug in under the bonnet so that we can test the operation of this light. Now we'll take this light into a darkened area and we'll show you the variation in the intensity. This is the low setting, and then as we adjust the voltage, it does become a very bright light, and it would make a considerable impact on your campsite at night. Now, what do we think of the light? Let's start by having a look at each individual component. Starting with the Comet light itself, construction is good. It is on the cheap end of the scale, but it is a good construction. The connections are adequate and firmly fastened to the post. The post itself appears to be a little weak, and I do have concerns with this product splitting. The ground anchor does not seem to support the post properly and is already bending in a low wind situation. Now, what are the benefits of such a light? At night, I suppose the light would give you a nice umbrella across your campsite, and as you are able to adjust the intensity or weakness of the light, it would provide ample lighting, especially if you do have small children. Would I buy this product? Probably not. I'm more inclined to enjoy a small campfire rather than a bright light over my campsite. This is an individual choice, and I can see the benefit.